Feliz Navidad to all my favorite Yule-logs out there.
Shit everywhere!
Since all you little boys and girls out there have been as good as gold this year, we here at AC present to you the Geekgasm Holiday Spectacular! Featuring special guest stars, Myrtle and Gertrude, the original Rockettes, a very special duet with David Bowie and Zombie Bing Crosby, Mickey Rooney and the Hollywood Nursing Home Orderlies performing a Pan's Defecation and Dementia-fueled medley, and of course, jolly old Saint Nick himself. Ho ho ho. This just in, apparently all of our special guests have been disemboweled and consumed by Zombie Bing Crosby. And so we're waiting for confirmation. Yeah. Yep. Zombie Bing Crosby is still at large, apparently, and he was last seen brandishing a golf club and a bag of oranges.
That's right, Peter. And if your kids give you any lip, you can beat them with a sack of sweet Valencia oranges.
Well, this kind of throws a conk in the works. Commence activation sequence for Plan B.
Sometimes the unexpected happens. If it does, there's Plan B.
A holiday countdown show. I know what you're thinking. Yo, Jenny, sweet cheeks, what Christmas movies are you gonna feature with your fine self and your stylish ways? My answer to that would be none. Come on now, guys, a holiday countdown would build to the obvious climax, namely the best and the most heartwarming Christmas movie ever made.
Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
Indeed. As I was saying, this show is going to be a tad different as we count down the top 10 in the segment we would like to call The Island of Misfit Toys.
It's me, Marvelous here. I would like to play with you.
So what classifies one as a misfit toy?
How would you like to be a spotted elephant?
Or a choo-choo with square wheels on your caboose.
Or a water pistol that shoots jelly.
We're all misfits.
Golly. Thanks, guys. Those are some scrumptious points you addressed. But what else? You see, misfit toys could be that idea that looked good on paper, but never hit. They could also be that toy that faded into obscurity in attics. Or they could be those hot items that topped all of our Christmas lists, and in years since we are left wondering what kind of mind-altering drugs we were mainlining as kids. Our first island castaway is Nickelodeon's Gak. Gak smelled like a combination of popcorn and semen. It was the mutagen that would transform your Ninja Turtle action figures. And at the same time, it was the afterbirth following the delivery of Barbie and Ken's baby. And as the 90s faded away, so did Gak, and my childhood, and in most people's eyes, Nickelodeon. Next was a killer 90s fad that made for an epic stocking stuffer, and now is all but forgotten about. Remember Pogs? We barely do, but there were few kids who collected these tricked-out bottle tops. And rules were made up on the spot by asshole kids who wanted to nab your prized slammer.
Guess who's got your slabbers, bitch?
In the 7th slot, we have the Easy Bake Oven for little dudes.
Creepy crawlers.
Crawlers was the 90s rehash of a 60s toy called the Thing Maker. It used plastic goop that you filled metal molds with, and would bake you neon bugs via a 1,000,000-watt light bulb. No joke, it would scorch your childlike flesh with the fury of the heat miser himself.
He's Mr. Heat Blister. He's Mr. 101.
Though it is back on shelves, Crawlers is largely ignored by the jaded children of this generation, who are as creative as current primetime TV showrunners. Polly Pocket used to be the shit. The bitch was an inch tall, and her little compacts were jam-packed with badass stuff.
Polly Pocket, Polly Pocket.
They rocked so hard that they came out with Mighty Max for boys in an effort to re-establish gender roles.
Mighty Max, Mighty Max.
'Cause dudes dug Polly too? So these two compact playsets share a spot on the island because they were a choking hazard bonanza. Polly has been reinvented as a much larger toy in order to prevent kids from choking to death, hence being a lot less fun. We approach our halfway mark with the Tamagotchi. Tamagotchis were an insane fad that topped most kids' Christmas lists. Although they are still around, they are nowhere near as big. These digital pets would prepare us for teen parenthood, as all they would do was shit, eat, and sleep. Responsibility is never fun, and that is why you are a misfit. Admittedly, it was fun to kill the fuckers on purpose. Oh, it felt so good. Before they were Christmas castaways on the island of misfit toys, our next toy could be found growing in a field, biding their time before enslaving humanity. Cabbage Patch Kids are perhaps one of the original Black Friday fistfight inducers.
I got it!
And these little freaks were epically huge. In addition to further confusing us as to where babies came from, the Children of the Patch was that Christmas list item that parents clamored to get for their kids. Sorry to break it to you, parents, but your kids aren't that awesome. I'm not really sure if the kids actually wanted this doll of the damned. Pudgy hands and faces and their whacked out chopped meat hair. Creep me the fuck out. Of course, there have been some pretty shitty game consoles released out there. Sega CD and the Apple Pippin spring to mind. But did anyone out there actually have a Virtual Boy? This all-so sleek portable system looked like a Viewmaster prototype gone horribly awry. Virtual Boy offered some real sad monochromatic 3D fun, and was completely abandoned by Nintendo in the wake of the N64. May this overpriced, overhyped piece of shit rot on that island along with the Charlie in the box.
No child wants to play with a Charlie in the box.
Ever try to carry a conversation with a furry invalid? Obviously you haven't been hitting the convention floors. The Furby is an unholy union between the Gremlin and the Teddy Ruxpin. And were must-haves during the Christmas of 1998. Here in the year 2011, I could not tell you why. Unless it was to have its furbish mumbling ass placed on a football tee and kicked into the sun. The little bastards were possessed. And would wake up unprovoked and be impossible to shut the fuck up unless you yanked its batteries out!
Fatality.
Number 2 is only number 2 because number 1 jokes would be too glaringly obvious for this bad boy. Sold only in the UK, Baby Wee Wee is possibly the most inappropriate toy ever. The commercial speaks for itself, as the doll is actually anatomically correct.
So Willie moves and he's done a pee-pee.
Uncircumcised? Huh, just like those dirty redcoats. Our little holiday get-together is almost complete, as our number 1 holiday misfit toy is, a drum roll please, Now you may scratch your heads as to why arguably the most popular holiday toy of all time is a misfit. And I pose to you this question. How many days after Christmas did this novelty wear off? Tickle Me Elmo did not have the emotional depth of, say, something like a Red Ryder BB gun. It was a one-trick pony until you discovered it again during puberty. I mean, who didn't get their first orgasm from a Tickle Me Elmo? No? Oh. Awkward. Well, gang, that about puts a big fat bow on another episode of Geekgasm. And I wish you all the happiest Christmas since Bing Crosby tap danced with Danny fucking Kaye. You stay geeky, my...
Let's play some more. You are fun to be with. How about a Care Bear hug?
friends.